Hi, kids. How are you? Welcome to the Chicago Style Podcast. I am your host, Brian Schyler, with Murph in the morning, the beautiful Presley right here. And I want to tell you something, folks. You're at the Chicago Style Podcast. I keep having to check the wall, but I'll tell you this. We do everything here from entertainment, dining, sports, movies, and of course, Chicago personalities. And today we have from Chicago royalty itself, the great, the fantastic D-Cup himself, Dave Kupcinet, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. Irv Kupcinet of Irv Kupcinet, the Kupcinet family fame, the number one Hollywood
Welcome to the show.
Interviewer, reporter, and basically the man who let the country know. Governor, how are you?
Governor.
Yes, Governor,
Good to
how
see
are
you,
you?
sir.
Let the country know about people like Clark Gable, Ava Gardner, Marilyn Monroe, the Beatles, Sammy Davis Jr., Liza Minnelli, and a host of so many different people. And I did try to go get the Cup book today from Barnes and Nobles, and let me tell you, did they bum rush the table when I asked for that book? And apparently, and as Dave said, it's 20 years late.
Little late.
That's all right.
Little late. You might still find it on eBay, maybe.
That's eBay. That's right. And as we say here in Chicago, eBay sucks. eBay sucks. No, wait, that's Green Bay. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
oh,
no,
oh, wait a minute.
hey
She
now.
doesn't say that, though.
Hey now.
That's it, because you go check the license plates outside.
Oh,
there
no,
it is.
you don't know the
That's right.
trick,
Hey, welcome to
but
IKEA.
you don't know the trick.
By the way, we do apologize. We do
Table
have,
etiquette's important.
Table
Now, huh?
we do
Yeah.
Elbows off.
we like to have the table.
Or at least finish your drink before.
You can
Oh,
keep
okay.
you can keep them on.
It's
you can keep
it's a
them
trick
on.
table.
Yeah, that's right. It's a trick.
It's a trick
That's
table.
right. Penn and Teller gave us this table straight from IKEA. You know, and who's the guy that talks? Who's the guy that doesn't talk?
Penn
Penn.
is the one that talks.
Penn's the one that right.
Teller is the silent one.
See, silent
I've
Bob.
seen them in Vegas, yeah.
Yep.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, haven't you?
No, well, I was under the table sleeping.
okay.
You know.
Well.
Now, which one of them got their head bitten off by a lion?
Oh,
that
That
was
was that was Roy.
Siegfried and
Oh,
Roy.
yes.
Same hotel.
Penn Teller, Siegfried. I don't
Yeah,
know.
same
Different
guys.
All I
different
know is one of
magic
these
trick.
guys got his
Bunch of angry,
eaten by a cat or
lot of
something.
angry
I don't know.
Germans.
Right?
A lot of angry Germans. It sounds like
One of
to
those
me.
Vegas guys got beaten.
Well,
Vegas isn't what it used to be.
No, without
You
the
know,
Tigers, it's nothing.
When I used to go, nobody was getting eaten by cats. And now it's like, you can't go there.
Oh, what a
Getting
shame!
eaten.
I got to tell you something.
What do we got?
So, 25 years ago, I have the Brian Schyler Trio, which I'm filming and singing in here in Chicago. I'm out of my mind. But I'll tell you something. We had this place called Sugar, okay? And Dave was one of the owners of Sugar, ladies and gentlemen. He helped us out in our hour of need, became an investor himself. And I'm talking
A
to
solid
a girl.
move for me,
A
by the way. Certainly not a move I've ever regretted once. Certainly not a move I was yelled at by any accountants about.
what do you mean? What do you mean you need 50 grand? I can't lend you 40 grand. Here's 20 grand. I can't do it. I'm sorry. I apologize. I don't have $5,000 I can give you at this time. Right? It's just the degrading amount of money here and there.
Never regretted that for a second.
I'm talking to Liz Crokin from the Chicago Tribune. Oh, wait. You're the Tribune. She's the Sun-Times.
No, I was, well
You
at
Red
the
Ball,
time,
yeah.
I was what were they called? The Red Streak?
Red
And she
Streak
was
and
the
Red
Ball.
She was the she was the Tribune
Red
one.
Dog. That's
Right.
correct. Yeah, the
Yeah,
Tribune. She
Red
was the
Dawn.
Tribune. Red Dawn.
Red Dawn. She
Starring
was
Patrick
parachuting
Swayze.
in.
That's right.
She would parachute into the clubs and invade.
That's
and
right.
then I would write about it, and then nobody read it.
And then,
that
right,
was the
Noriega
wrap.
was like, I know Liz. So, yeah, right. But I mean, Liz was writing about me and the band getting on stages all over Chicago and helping me out. She's like, oh, wait a minute. Because we were having a party or a soiree or something. She's like, wait, I want you to meet somebody. And walks past me, one of my best friends to this day, Mr. D-Cup himself, Dave Kupcinet. And, you know, people say, D-Cup, what are you talking about? Well, you know what we're talking about. But I mean.
That's my
Very
street
cool.
name.
That's
That's my street rapper name.
That's right.
Grandmaster DJ D Cup.
Right?
That's
Way
right.
before K cups, there was D cup.
Wow. We love that K-Cup. That's right. Is that a Korean pop band? I'm not sure.
No, it's coffee.
Oh, that is. Oh, so that's
oh, you're
that's,
thinking of K-pop.
that's the
Oh,
K-pop.
K-pop.
Or
K-
no, I
It's
think
a
they're
K-pop.
K-cups, aren't they?
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
but
I
there's
don't know.
K-cups too.
Is that
That's
the,
coffee, but there's a new
what's
little
the-
kids
right.
show.
What's the thing we have at home? It's
The Keurig.
The Keurig,
The
right?
Keurig,
That's
right.
right. That's right.
That's what uses it.
The Keurig.
Correct.
And I have a sister named
Yeah.
Carrie, who
Oh,
is K-cup,
oh, that's right.
Interesting.
which
Okay.
I've never called her that before, but I'm going to now.
Well,
Alright.
she
She's gonna
knows
hate it.
now.
That's
She
interesting.
knows now, Governor.
She's gonna not like that at all. So I can't wait.
1912.
1908.
1912.
1908.
1908.
1912.
your grandfather, Irv Kupcinet, is born here in Chicago.
Yes, 1912, only weeks after
Right.
the Titanic sank.
That's
wow.
well,
For a
and,
little
and
reference.
just like our show, boom, 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 just under the
Gosh.
water. That's right. Speaking of submarines,
Thanks.
speaking of submarines, right? You've been on a submarine.
I
and
have, a
Stand
couple
by
times.
because here's another one. It's called
I
the
am
Chicago Style Podcast.
Terrified
We're
of
not gonna be
hastily
looking-
built
looking
submarines.
through
They
it.
should not
At
be
the
done
second
with
ship.
carbon fiber, apparently.
No, right. Now listen, how do you convince somebody to pay $1 million to get on a mini sub and then say, listen, I don't know if you guys know what saran wrap is, but kaboom. Right.
I would have paid anything to not be on that deck.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean,
What a
you-
ludicrous thing that
you're
was.
right. And another rapper, by the way, D Cup and Ludacris. But
We go way back.
buddy, do we go? And speaking of which, this man here goes back to the golden age of Hollywood, which is Marilyn Monroe, Clark Gable, Ava Gardner, Merv Griffin, ladies and gentlemen,
Oh,
who
old
led
Merv,
who
Uncle
led
Merv.
when you flew into the
Uncle
Bahamas as a
Yeah.
child with
Yep.
to meet up with Merv at the
Tell
Atlantis.
us more.
Oh man, one time when I was 10 or 11, I told Merv Griffin that a dear friend of my grandfather's had just taught me how to count cards,
Uh-huh.
and I would show him.
Yeah.
And he said, well, come on into the casino. And he told the dealer, my friend here, David, is going to show you how he just learned to count cards.
That's funny.
And the dealer was, kind of just letting me. I was
Sure.
10 or 11. I showed him the math I had learned, and then he gave me a big cup full of tokens and sent me off to the arcade.
Oh, right.
And I was way more interested in the arcade. I had
Of
pole
course.
position to play. And
You could go
Right.
play
Cruising
Pong.
USA, and
You could go play Pong. Boop, boop.
all the old games. I was way more interested. But you know what? I'll tell you a great story. You know who taught me to count cards? It was a Chicago, a very important guy in Chicago history,
Right.
named Irwin Red Weiner,
Yeah.
who was the
wow.
former head of the Chicago Park District.
That's
Okay.
right.
And in
Thank you,
those
Chicago
days,
Bears. Right.
Red was in charge of
Soldier
all of
Field.
the slips that
Oh,
your
wow.
boats would go in.
Burnham Harbor, Diversity Harbor.
Yes,
Gee,
you
wait.
had to.
I wonder if he was making a little money. Ladies
you
and
think
gentlemen.
maybe?
The city of big shoulders.
Red was one. Oh my gosh! Listen. It's a funny thing for me to talk about the people I used to consider uncles.
Yeah.
Because I tell other people about them and they're like, oh, that fucking guy.
Holy
and I'm like,
cow.
what do you mean that fucking guy? My uncle was the
Right.
best thing in the world. And they're like,
That's
oh, well,
right.
yeah, he
Perspective,
killed
yeah.
my whole family. But yeah, I'm
Whoa.
sure he was nice to
Right.
you.
Well, listen, the Chicago Park District was rough back then. It wasn't
Red
just
had
for
a
fun.
lot of pensions.
That's
just
right.
put it that way. He was-
Oh man, you
Red
know.
was, you know what? Friendships didn't used to last like that, but Red and Cup were best friends from 6th grade
Wow.
until the day they died.
Wow,
now,
yeah.
and 6th grade took place maybe in like the North Lawndale area. This is
Yes.
yes, yeah, the north
because,
side.
You know,
Pretty cool.
Cup was the son of a bread truck driver.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
And was run over by a street trolley when he was 9 or 10. He was with
Wow.
his father delivering bread
So
and
your
fell out of the
grandfather,
truck.
the famous Irv Kupcinet, was
Yes,
run over by a
was
street
run over
collie.
by a street trolley on
Wow.
the west side
Yeah.
when he was 9 or 10.
Where is that guy?
And his father, Max, probably at the time was like, you fucking idiot, get up off the goddamn street and get back
What
in the
did I
bed.
tell you about getting run
You're
over
not
by
hurt.
street
You're not
collies?
hurt. Get up. Yeah.
You're messing up
You're
that
not
car.
hurt. Get the
Yeah.
hell up.
Right. Remember when it was your fault that you got hurt when you were a kid? You
Yes.
know,
Yeah,
remember that?
Just wipe it
Yes.
off. You're fine.
Yeah, yeah.
Absolutely.
Don't make me
Some
take you
dirt
to the
on it.
doctor.
No.
And then,
Exactly.
of course, after Northwestern,
Ah.
I don't know if you know this, Cup
Yes.
was drafted as starting quarterback for the Eagles
Now,
that's
Irv
pretty
Kupcinet,
cool.
your
Wow.
grandfather, was starting quarterback for the Philadelphia
for
Eagles
one season.
for one season only, ladies
One
and
season
gentlemen.
because he went out with a shoulder injury
I'm familiar.
and became a referee in the NFL for the Bears.
Oh, awesome.
Wow.
And was promptly fired because he kept cheering for the fucking Bears while he's reffing the game.
Yeah.
But
Promptly
he-
fired.
But
That's
he
right.
did referee one of the most famous games in history
Oh
where
my
they
gosh.
beat the Redskins 73-0.
73 to
78
nothing
to
against
3
the
or whatever
Reds.
the score was.
Against the
He was
Redskins.
a referee in that
now
game.
known as the Commanders.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Just in
Washington,
case you're
whatever
wondering,
they are.
because in case the tribe is watching, guys, how are you? I'm expecting my free room, guys, and my stack of chips. But I mean, your grandfather, Irv Kupcinet, who later, after his NFL career
Yeah.
and then his refereeing career,
Yeah.
became the most famous Hollywood reporter, the Walter Cronkite of showbiz
Yes.
journalism.
Yes.
And I mean, it's and
Pretty amazing.
just huge. I mean,
Yep.
this man was best friends with Lucille Ball and Merv Griffin and probably Carson. And I saw him with Sammy Davis Jr. on his show, Liza Minnelli, Judy Garland,
Yeah.
and a host of people that you and I discussed at the world famous Ambassador East Hotel just a few nights ago in what I thought was the not the pump room. The pump room was closed.
Yeah. It's the ambassador room.
The ambassador room, due to
Yeah.
lack of interest. No, due to well, it was a little. It was closed. They have a rooftop though, which I found fascinating. I would have jumped off of though.
Who's
on
been
it.
holding that from me?
Yeah, well, did you see
I
that?
thought
We can all
everything's
check it
in
out
the
together.
lobby.
Yeah,
we
we'll
should
all-
go check.
I don't know if today is the day.
Remote
Right.
episode from the roof.
Giancarlo, GC
that'd
can
be
get us
fun.
free parking. That's right.
That's right.
That's right. But with his 30 Rock card.
You want to hear a funny Cup and Essie story
I got
about
it.
free parking?
And now who is Essie?
Yes.
Essie
Exactly?
was
Talking
my
about parking.
grandmother.
Essie's
Essie
your
was Cup's
grandmother.
wife.
That's right.
And the producer of his show.
Which was
She
an amazing.
produced Cup's
Wow.
show.
Wow.
Uh,
Hanging out with Hefner. No, I'm
there's a
There.
whole nother story you
That's
just
right.
led me
Was
to.
he an
That's
uncle?
So one night, Cup and Essie are going to the opening of some big theater program
Sure.
in the theater district.
Right.
They park, they're late. And, you know, she was a big supporter of theater. She was a founder of the Chicago Academy for the Arts.
Wow.
The big theater school
Of
here
course,
in Chicago.
of course.
And, you know, Cup was a huge supporter of theater. And they went to the theater all the time.
Right.
Loved it. Well, they had this old Cadillac. With the
Wow.
license plate 1040, because that was their address.
Oh, very nice. Very
Not
nice.
because he was an accountant,
Right.
Because it was the address.
Right.
That's great.
And they had this big Cadillac. All the coppers knew.
I
knew
love
the
it.
car.
Yeah.
And so they get to a show a little late, and she pulls up right in front of the show, right in front of the theater,
Right.
2 tires up on the curb, scratches a fire hydrant, and parks right there.
Whoa.
That
okay.
sounds like how my parking job was yesterday at A&W in Wisconsin.
And that's
It's a
now,
shocker. A&W.
maybe the same thing happened. We'll see.
That's
they
right.
come out at intermission.
Minus the cheese curds.
Chili cheese fries and all that. Yeah.
Ooh,
Oh, God,
why would
now
I
I'm
like
thinking
to?
about cheese
I'm
fries.
thinking about chili cheese fries myself. If you know what I mean, Governor.
What were we just talking about?
Well, no,
Right.
The parking job.
Marsh Cheese Castle. Maybe
she
the broad
parked, she was
stop.
parking,
Yeah, the
and she
parking
hit the
job.
curb.
Yes.
Essie.
They come out at intermission,
Right.
and 2 coppers are leaning on the car saying, Essie, Cup, they were going to tow the car, and we didn't let them. Essie, can you please move the car?
That's all.
You know, come on, please, this one time.
70 years later, we're going through a similar scenario with our good friend
Similar
Presley here.
scenario with
So
Presley.
wow, say that 3 times fast.
Right.
Similar scenario.
That's-
Wow, that's a
Yeah.
Fiona Apple
Don't make
song.
me laugh.
It's a Fiona Apple song.
You know, one time I'm a kid, Essie took me to, I forget where the Sharper Image was. This
Ooh,
is 30 years
remember
ago.
that? Yeah.
She was a Sharper Image,
My
that
God.
store.
Oh, on the
somewhere.
corner, right next to Italian Village.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's right.
That's Dearborn and Monroe.
That's exactly where it was.
That's right.
That's exactly
two
where
friends
it
of
was.
mine from a club that won't be mentioned, Dearborn and Monroe. Go right ahead, sir.
We're coming back from the Sharper Image. I'm sitting shotgun in that big Cadillac. We're we're on the drive next to
Yes.
some guy in a big pickup truck towing a boat.
Whoa.
And she got so close in a turn that her rear view mirror hit the guy's hull on the boat. And he goes to pull over.
Yeah.
And she keeps going.
Of
And she
course
says,
she
who the
did.
fuck's
Wow.
driving with a boat on the street? What an asshole. And she just keeps going. And I was
Right.
like, you know, you just hit that guy. And she goes, oh,
Yeah,
fuck
but
him.
He
get
didn't
it.
notice. He
I
didn't
mean,
notice.
listen. I mean, why is he in the water? Why is he on Lakeshore
Who's
Drive?
driving with a boat
Do you
on
know
the
what we?
street?
Do you know what we
How
keep?
dare he?
Do you know what we keep like? Do you know what we keep next to Lakeshore Drive? The lake.
Right next to it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe you go in the lake and I go on the street where I belong, and
Hey,
you go in the lake where you
maybe
belong.
you
So what
split
way were
this
they
truck-
driving down? Were they driving to the lake? Or
Well, no,
what?
well, you had this was
You know, they
northbound,
were on the drive.
right?
Heading,
You're coming from
and-
Sharper
well,
Image.
We're probably, I'm trying to remember, we on the drive? No, we're probably on like Dearborn or something.
Right,
You know?
Dearborn,
And
right
the guy's
there.
driving in the city with a big boat on a trailer.
Yeah, you don't
Right.
see that a lot.
And she said, what an asshole. Who's driving around with a boat on the street?
Maybe
And I said, well,
yes.
that might be a valid point, but also you just hit it.
The previous
Right,
She goes,
yeah,
no,
yeah.
I didn't. Fuck that guy.
Yeah.
That's
The
your imagination.
The previously mentioned Titanic, perhaps. Yeah, right. You know, who knows?
Let's see if that's really
Who knows? The
problem.
shadow knows.
And the
No.
funny thing is, she was the good driver between the two of them.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
So not her.
Cup didn't drive.
No,
very
right.
often
I
at all.
usually see him running between the Blackstone and the 720 South
He did
Michigan.
not drive often because she was the good driver.
the butterscotch shirt
know,
with the beautiful tie.
I see some sweat drips from your
Yeah,
forehead. Are you hot?
yeah. Well, it's a little warm. Plus, I gave him
I-
a little cocktail. You know?
Give me a
Don't mind
cocktail
me. I
and
mean, give me
schwitzy
that
in here.
attitude.
I got
Presley's
another one.
top is unbuttoned.
Well, you know, right.
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 Oh,
One,
God,
That's
my-
exactly
button
why.
A
at a
movies.
time.
You want one button or
That's
two
right.
buttons?
I mean,
I'm
how
gonna
many
Oh, yeah.
buttons does it take?
The
You're
ship
right.
set sail in the course of this uncharted desert isle with Cup and Presley too,
Hey, I got
who's
a
a
question.
movie star. Anyway, I'm done
I-
singing.
My wife.
Ginger and Mary. Yeah, sorry.
Oh no, it sounds great.
Yes.
The professor and Marianne should have been hooking up, and if they weren't, I don't want to hear about
Apparently they were, and we will cover that later.
All right,
yes.
good.
Yeah. The
Good.
But
professor.
first,
Miss
Yes.
Press.
but first, what I noticed a tattoo on you.
Yeah.
Okay,
Mm.
now
Yeah,
I don't
flip
have any
it.
tattoos, so it's
Ah.
kind of unheard of these
You
days.
don't have any tattoos?
I know, it's kind of
I find that hard to believe.
Why?
We can bring one in.
Hey,
You just
please.
strike me as a tat girl.
Well,
Really? I am not.
Ooh,
Don't have
wait a minute.
Pure.
Hit
I'm
us.
absolutely pure.
I don't
Pure
consider tats
tat-free.
to be unpure
Oh,
anymore.
Yeah, right.
I mean,
well,
I
until
don't
you
What do you
get
mean by
I don't
pure?
consider tats to be like what they used to be, like a
Yeah.
taboo thing.
No, you know what? The
wait a
reason
I'm
minute.
Jewish. I'm not allowed to have tattoos.
You are not allowed to have
That's
it.
right,
You
and
can't even
that's-
come in.
And that's part of the story of why I have this
That's
tattoo.
why I always, whenever,
Is it a
Dave goes,
ticket?
That's right.
It's not a ticket. It
Okay.
is my dad's
He's got a-
headstone.
Oh, God bless.
And
This is why this went south so quick.
it is my
Yeah.
dad's headstone. And even though
Oh.
he has a headstone,
Yeah.
okay, here's the
Here,
story.
lift
Now,
it
I
up
your
can't,
for
I
dad-
the
can't,
camera.
Now,
I
your
can't tell you
dad
the whole
was
story.
a
Yeah, show me
television
the
producer
camera.
himself.
Okay.
Okay.
My
But
dad
first,
was
let
a-
me finish.
Okay.
Oh.
please.
There's a question.
very important
There's
that
a
you
question
finish first.
pending.
I to answer your question,
know
if
why?
you asked me it, I don't have any tattoos because I never knew what to get, and that is a very special one. So
That
show
is
the
a-
camera.
Yeah.
You know
Okay,
what?
'cause
I'll tell you something.
Yeah.
I'm glad to hear that, and I'll tell you why. I always thought that a tattoo should be something that means something
Ah,
to you.
yes.
It's like a story you can tell somebody. I never understood the point of getting a tattoo that's like, oh,
If
it's
it
a
didn't
butterfly.
mean anything.
Yeah.
That's
Who
how I
cares?
thought.
Right.
too.
I've got this one of like my Maytag washer, and I didn't work. It didn't work out. You know, because I'm not a Maytag guy. I'm
We've
a
all been with your
Ken-
Maytag washer.
Yeah.
Your Maytag
Right.
washer is important to all of us.
You should have went with Whirlpool.
Oh, I was thinking Kenmore, but that's your opinion. You know, I mean, I'm a Sears guy. You know.
Ken is more.
Oh, Ken is more.
Ken is much,
And
much more.
More is less, as they say.
Here's what happened with this tattoo.
It's beautiful.
It is my father's headstone.
Oh my
Okay.
gosh.
Now, but
And I
hold
knew
on,
your
don't-
I knew your pop.
You did.
I
oh,
did. I knew your pop.
I think where'd you first meet him when he came to Sugar?
He came to
and
Sugar.
bought drinks for everybody.
That's right, and looked at you and said,
handed
"What a
out-
bad investment, David."
Yeah. And when do I get my money back,
Yeah.
asshole?
First things first.
And your dad
First
was a
things
television producer and
Yes.
writer himself.
Director and producer.
That's
yes.
right.
Judge Judy, Joe Brown, all daytime. Everybody's welcome for daytime court.
That's
They're
right.
very
We're going to go
welcome.
in there, and I'm going to yes.
So here's what happened. As a Jew,
I was in court today. But
Yeah,
that's another story.
that's right.
Let's get to that in 1 second. I want to hear why.
Oh, the best is your face. Now, is that gunshots?
Oh, it's a
Oh,
cord.
is that judge?
Oh, I'm so
Ordering me
dumb.
not to be within 1,000
Might
feet
not
of
be
the
exciting, but
He's not allowed by the Montessori schools anymore.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Chicago Style Podcast is also a warning device.
Yes.
So
right.
what happened was, as a Jew my whole life,
Yes.
my father always told me, no tattoos or you can't be buried in a Jewish cemetery.
Oh, that's true because there are
no
Jewish
permanent
cemeteries.
markings
That's
or you
right.
can't be buried in a Jewish cemetery.
Right.
Then he dies.
But this gets you in.
and what does this asshole do? He gets cremated.
So
I was
wait a
like,
minute.
Oh, you
You
think
broke the
you're
rules.
fucking clever.
You
Right.
broke right. Yeah, you get to get out.
So I say, I'll
get off.
That's not gonna fly with me.
Stop the bus here. Thank you.
So what happened was he was cremated. Half of his ashes stayed in LA with my mother.
Wow. Okay.
The other half, my sister and I brought back to Chicago to be buried in a plot he had next to Cup, Essie, and his sister Cup.
Right.
Okay.
Right. Well, that's
So
beautiful.
we
That
buried
is
half
really
of his
nice.
ashes in
Yeah.
Chicago
Really nice.
Right.
with his family.
Right.
So then I'm back in LA and
Okay.
I go to a tattoo artist.
Yes.
And I say, listen to this horse shit.
was this your first tattoo?
No, actually, after he died, I got one other one.
Mhm.
Like immediately. 'Cause
And this
it
was a-
like
this
he's
was a
gone, there's
Maytag
little one
washer.
I want.
Yes.
I've been wanting a long time.
Okay.
And then the second one, I said, you know what? My dad always told me I can't be buried in a Jewish cemetery, but then he got cremated. And my tattoo artist said, well, listen, if you bring me just a couple grains of the ash, which is
Yeah.
of course already sterile,
Sure.
I can put it in the ink, and you will always have him with you.
Oh,
in
how
your
sweet
skin.
is that?
Wow.
Right.
That is so
And
That's
sweet.
so,
amazing.
honestly, it was a great way for me to playfully go,
yeah. Hey,
Right.
Dad.
thought you were making
Yeah.
my rules.
What
Wait till
you-
you see this.
You done
And
you
also,
done
when
wrong.
do you see
When I
this?
look at it,
Right.
whenever I want to insult him or ask him something,
Right.
I talk to him.
Wow, right there. Like I have
Because
to go
he's
to my
with me.
aunt's
Wow, is that
urn.
beautiful though?
Right, I have to go
That's
to my
really
aunt's
neat.
urn and talk to her about it. But that's a great idea.
Isn't it?
That's a great
Yeah, it's
idea.
really
The
cool.
tattoo artist said, he said, the ash is sterile and too much is going to clog up the gun, but just a symbolic amount, couple grains.
It's a
you know,
little-
that's all.
Hey, listen. Back in the '90s, all I did was a couple grains, my friend, and here I am.
And I said, my friend, much like cocaine, everything in moderation.
That's right. Eric Clapton once said, "If you want to get down on the ground, get a tattoo."
And then his son
That's
fell
right.
off a balcony.
Or oh wow, that is this. Ladies
was
and
he
gentlemen,
talking
welcome
to?
to becoming very sad today. You're on the Chicago Style Podcast.
Would you know
Your
my name?
if I hate it forever. Oh my goodness. So Eric Clapton, if you're watching the show, and we know you are, I told you this was going to be a rough ride today. And this is maybe Eric Clapton's one of the few celebrities that your grandfather did not interview.
He might have.
He
He's
might
old
have.
enough.
That's right. Yeah, Eric, you are old enough, buddy. You know.
So-
Eric's old enough.
I got a question.
Yes.
So
Yes, sir.
tell us more of the unks and the aunts, the aunties that you had growing up.
Oh, my God.
So let's hear about these
my
ones.
Oh,
Question.
boy.
Anybody from Christy Hefner to what
Well,
about
you're gonna-
her husband?
Yeah, you were going to mention Hugh Hefner also.
Yeah.
You know, when I was a kid, every New Year's Eve,
Head over to the mansion.
Here we
what I
go.
would do,
Yeah.
Cup and Essie would come out to L.A. every New Year's Eve.
Ah,
They would come out a couple times a year for the Oscars and
Ah.
the Emmys,
right.
and then for the holidays, for Christmas.
The high holidays, right?
For- not the high- no,
just Christmas.
We're Hollywood
The tree,
Jews.
right?
We
The
celebrate
Hollywood
Christmas.
Jews.
We celebrate with the Goyim.
We
It's
gotta
way
get-
more fun. Jewish holidays are the darkest thing in the world. You
That's
light a
right.
candle and you go,
Did
oh,
we
we
light our
suffered for
candle
so
yet?
We
long.
didn't.
We've got
We
a
should
candle to
suffer
light.
again today
Yeah,
just
yeah.
to remind us of the suffering. So let's not eat anything. And meanwhile,
We're
you have
gonna
the
light the
Goyim having
candle.
cakes and
And
gifts
then
and
here
that's
we
presents.
right.
go.
That's right. Here we go. Now, who's gonna?
You.
I
Yeah,
light
you.
it, right?
You're the
You don't want
host.
me to
I'm the.
celebrate
Well,
that.
hold
You're the
on,
host.
Governor. Wait a
This
minute
is
here.
our
this-
second season candle.
Ladies and gentlemen, I failed to mention, and Murph does help me with a lot of notes. He passes me notes, and the first thing on top of the note says, don't read this out loud. And I go, don't read this out loud. But we're going to celebrate
State
our
your name.
second. This is
State
our
your
state
name.
your name. That's right, for
State
the
your
court.
name.
Judge Judy, how are you? We are in our second season. This is
That's right.
our preliminary
Right.
first episode segment of our second season. Nobody thought we'd make it this far.
Boy, I'm
We don't
proud of
know.
you guys.
That's it.
I'm proud of you guys like an abusive father and a stepkid.
That's right, Dad.
I'm proud of you. Now bend over and I'll show you.
Ben, a great name, Ben. Bend over.
He's a good friend.
I
Good.
want you to come back on this podcast.
Oh,
You're so funny.
That's right. We'll fly you out.
I just
Well,
had
it's
to pay
not
the
over
cash
yet.
out.
Let's see how
It's
it
not
ends.
over yet.
It's not over
Excited for the
yet.
next one.
Right.
I'm
There we are in
already-
the Atlantis. There we are in the Atlantis with Merv Griffin, ladies and gentlemen.
Right.
Never to be invited back again. And then Merv sold it. But that's before he moved
you know
in.
how we ended up at the Atlantis
with,
at
on,
Merv
on a
Griffin's?
plane, hopefully?
We when I was 10,
On a boat.
when I was 10, my grandfather decided
Yes.
I was finally old enough
to
to join
hang
the
out.
men
Hang
on
out with the
on
boys.
annual fishing trip.
No.
How old
that's
were
right.
you?
10.
10. Okay.
By the way, how much
That's a
fishing
great
did we
age
do,
to-
my
No,
friend?
no, we did fishing.
We did
No,
fish.
no, you don't understand. This
Big-
was a serious
big-
fishing trip.
Oh
Okay.
my gosh.
Every year for decades,
Oh, really?
Cup would take his closest friends
Ah.
out on the Wirtz family yacht.
Oh, and the Wirtz
Blackhawk.
family.
So
are the
don't
Black-
embarrass me, right?
That's-
Don't embarrass me.
Yeah. That's
I,
right.
I don't want to embarrass you
Now,
at
wait a
all.
minute. Now, the Wirtz family.
Only a little bit.
Who is the
Right.
Wirtz family? I'd like to embarrass her a lot, if you know what I mean.
No,
The
not
Wirtz-
me, not
no.
me, not
Oh,
me.
right,
As,
you
as,
mean
yeah,
as
for
a
you.
child,
right?
right.
Right.
Yeah, why do I always I just transfer it back to her? Don't embarrass me. She's like, maybe I can speak English, Brian. Right? I get it. The Wirtz family
Yes.
is the
Of
family
course,
Chicago
The
royalty.
Chicago Blackhawk
the
owners.
Chicago Blackhawks owners,
Which
and they-
actually is funny because that's probably their smallest holding.
right,
but-
because they also have a liquor company.
Yes, of
That's
course,
right.
big distributor.
And I mean
distributor.
liquor.
I
No.
mean, yeah, liquor.
Right, right.
Barely nowhere.
Related
And
to Bend Over, by the way.
and the Blackhawk that we used
Benjamin,
to go on
people
was
don't know.
their fourth. Give me time to finish, Governor.
Yes. Go right ahead.
Like the man in the stall
You
said
were
to
saying?
the man waiting. Give me time, baby. Give me
You were
time.
saying?
we used to go on the Wirtz family yacht on the Black Hawk. That was their 4th Black Hawk.
Ah.
There were 1, 2, 3. We were on
Right.
the 4th. I don't know if there's a 5th or if they still have it. I don't know.
That was the White Hawk and the
But
Yellow Hawk and the Red Hawk.
Oh, there were so many colored hawks. And it was a fantastic, phenomenal big yacht. And we used to go deep sea fishing in the Caribbean for like 2 weeks every summer to
Yes.
celebrate mine and Cup's birthdays together.
Sure.
Mine was in July, his was in
Okay.
July.
Right.
So we would celebrate together. It was me,
What horoscope sign is that? Are you Cancer?
Cancer.
Okay.
And it's funny because as a kid, I never wanted to say it because I
Wow.
thought I would get it.
Okay,
and
sure.
listen, I'm
know?
the same way, but I think all of us Cancers are like that.
I
you
never
Cancer
want to
too?
say
Yeah,
the
I'm a
word.
Cancer.
I'm a
Also.
'Cause
Gemini.
it's like-
I'm a Gemini.
Yeah, you're right before us.
It's
Yeah.
the same
We'll-
reason
we'll
I
open the door.
I'm May. I'm late.
every-
I'm
every year when my doctor is putting his finger in my rectum,
Wow.
I tell him, listen, this is enjoyable, but if you find anything, don't tell me. Because right now I feel fine. In fact,
Right,
right
yeah.
now I'm a little aroused. But generally right now I feel fine.
Stop.
And if
Better
you
than
tell me
aroused.
something's
Right.
wrong with me, I'm going to start feeling sick.
Yeah, right. Rectum
You know?
damn near killed him. Right.
Damn near killed him.
Rectum
And
damn
so,
near killed him.
and so he says, okay, I won't tell you. And then he pulls his finger out and says, for 20, I'll do it again.
Oh,
and I tell him, for
wow.
100, I'll let you.
Yeah. My
Then we
goodness.
have a good laugh. and
That's
he
right.
tells
Everybody
me I'm
knows my
dying
doctor,
and I go
Dr.
home.
Welser, Dr. Welser gave a guy 6 months to live, couldn't pay his tab, gave him another 6 months.
Oh,
I love this
Classic.
crowd.
But anyways, can I get that doctor's number?
Yes.
Thank you.
He's surprisingly gentle and he uses no gloves.
And
He's raw, baby,
and
raw dog.
And he loves a good garden gnome beard oil. That's right.
Yes.
More than a woman.
We saw Murph brushing his nice beard
That's
earlier,
right.
right before the show started, and we
That's
enjoyed seeing that.
I started getting the music.
It was therapeutic to watch.
Oh,
It
there's
was
something.
like something satisfying.
Well,
like
listen,
Check out my
vacuuming dust
ASMR
piles
beard
and you're like, oh,
brushing.
it's so
But listen, and I
satisfying.
want to tell all you people who are thinking the wrong thing right now, okay, that when a man strokes himself, perhaps it's his beard.
Yes.
Okay, you don't have to
Strokes
sit there.
or chokes?
Well, now listen, nobody chokes a beard unless
When a
you
man
get
chokes himself?
unless you get really in there. I mean, and it is a beard.
Sometimes
this
when I'm
is-
sleeping,
this
I
is-
choke myself by accident.
Oh, I choke myself.
Boy, this is an inappropriate.
Yeah,
story.
what happened to this show? What happened to this show?
I was in high school one time. Nah, probably middle.
Wait a minute, you
school.
went to high school?
For a minute. For a minute. And then they were like, get out of here.
Get out
You're
of
not
here,
taking this
sir.
seriously.
Not right now. You go deep sea fishing and come right back.
That's right. Yeah, so I digressed like from
Yes.
digression
That's
from
all right.
digression
Listen,
to
Welcome to the
Very-
show.
Listen, this is how it
God.
works
So
out
we
here.
circle
How do you guys
around.
make
I
any
try to keep
progress
Ryan
here?
on
We
point,
don't-
but,
yeah, right.
but I've been letting him roll. But
That's right. We
back,
gotta
back
get
to you.
How do you guys
Back
make
to you.
progress?
Well,
here?
forget about me. What about you? That's right.
Right.
Yeah,
Back
exactly.
to
What do you
Santa
think
Claus.
of me?
That's right. Santa Claus.
Enough
Right.
about me. What do you
Santa
think?
Claus speaks the language of all children. That's right.
So back to Hugh Hefner.
New Year's.
Right.
New Year's. Every single year. Thank God for you.
That's right. Just thank you.
New
my
Year's
friend.
every
You took
you're
it
like
today.
the Notes app on my phone. Thank God.
You're welcome.
Every single year,
The
Cup
notes
and
nat
Essie
no
would,
man.
every Essie and Cup
Oh, I
would
like
come
that.
out for
Right.
the holidays.
Oh, out to LA. That's right.
Okay.
We talked
and
about this.
we would go 2 places every New Year's.
Oh, wow.
And I always thought, this is so cool. I was like 10 or 12
Right.
and
Yeah.
15.
Now,
and
were you living out in
eventually
LA at the
16.
time, or were
Living
you
out in
here?
LA
Or
at the
they would
time.
fly out.
living out in LA at
And
the time.
boy, were their arms tired.
And, exhausted, especially Essie, who rode on his back and insulted him the whole time, smoked cigarettes the whole time, and said,
Shut
"Oh
up and
God, Cup, why are you so
shut
stupid?"
up and keep flapping your arms.
Every New Year's Eve, we'd start out the night at the mansion,
Ooh,
Nice.
right?
Yeah.
Go and hit the mansion,
Hefner.
and
The grotto.
I would sit at the grotto and
Wow.
watch while Cup and my dad would talk to people they knew,
Right. Especially.
and I would stare at
hotties.
boobs.
Yeah, right.
Right, because I
Right.
was 16.
Right. Oh, he
Very much
was,
like here at the show today.
He was only
Let me know when button number 2
16.
needs to come.
Right.
After
Let
the
me get another
story, we'll
paper
do button
towel.
number
He
2.
was
Get it.
only
Just-
16.
I only got one paper
Don't
towel
get your
left.
hopes
Only
up.
16.
She's just 16
Oh, wow. Now
years
there's the
old.
wrongest song
Leave
in the
her
world.
alone,
We just-
yeah,
they say.
We discussed that song,
And
right?
let's get back
Yeah.
to
And then
The
after,
mansion.
and then we would leave the mansion around 11 o'clock and make sure that we were at Cubby Broccoli's house,
Oh,
producer
wow.
of James
Albert
Bond,
R. Broccoli
Yeah,
of James
okay,
Bond,
yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah.
whose house
Cubby.
was even more impressive.
That's right.
Now he didn't have a grotto and the
Really?
kind
No,
of yard
right.
zoo,
Well, this
More
man
but
wrote.
the
impressive?
house.
This is the man who
was
responsible for
whoa.
James
What
Bond,
made it-
Sean Connery.
what made it wow. What do you remember?
I think it just, I'll tell you exactly, because to a kid, the Playboy Mansion was, you never really
Too much.
saw
It's
all
not
of it
fun.
at
Hold on,
once.
Brian.
You never
Oh.
really saw all of it at once. There was a lot of trees and it was yard and
Yes.
a lot of land.
Couldn't
and it
see
was
much.
spread
Got
out.
it.
And you'd see
Yeah.
a big part of it, and then there would be more over there and more over there.
Yes.
Right.
Cubby Broccoli's house was just this ginormous thing. And
Uh-huh.
as a kid, I was like, oh my God, I can see the whole thing and it's huge.
And all lit up.
I've heard
And
that.
then
I've
how many
heard that
times
before.
I've heard that since then?
How many times have I
Yes.
heard that before?
Oh, that's great.
Actually, I'm
right.
Jewish. I've never heard it, but I've
Mm.
heard other people hear it.
And tonight, folks, we have actually Dave's Moyle here in the house. Come on in.
Yeah, he'll leave you the tip.
As we say here,
So
as
the
we
fact that you got it all in one look
Hold
was
on,
that
hold
much
on.
more
as
striking.
we say-
Yeah, it's and you know what? I think it was.
Murph, put it away. Now I put it in
Put it
Here we
away.
go.
Put it
Wait,
away.
more jokes.
Now, of course, you know
the tip.
about the Moyle who retired.
No, I didn't hear.
Of course, you know about the Moyle who retired, and he
Yes.
went to the local leather worker.
Oh,
And
good.
he said, "My friend, I've got a whole career full of these tips,
Yes.
and I'd like you to make something for me
Yes.
as a memento of my career, to
Wow.
remember my career and my service." by."
How sweet.
And a week later, the leather worker brought him back a wallet. And he said, "A wallet? After all these years, I brought you all these foreskins. All you made was a wallet?" And the leather worker said, "Yes, Rabbi, but if you rub it right, it becomes a briefcase."
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, this concludes the family portion of our show, and we're going to move right along now to the adult entertainment. But
One time,
you're out there.
Yes. This is a funny story.
I wanna hear it.
Oh boy, is this inappropriate.
Yeah.
Okay,
we
but
love
yeah,
it.
no,
Thank goodness.
I don't know.
Thank goodness. Wow.
Yeah,
you're-
that's for
this
you,
guy's
because
getting
you're gonna be
covered.
sweating a
you
lot
know, you
on
can
this
take
next
it off.
story,
As we
I can
say it,
tell.
Even,
As we say at my job,
Right.
take it off.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh,
right.
if you could
Schwitzing
see what
everywhere.
I see.
Yeah, if you
I'm
can
schwitzy.
see
It's
what
hot in
I
here.
see. It is. Now, we have been living through this heat in this room.
Yes.
So
I'm not used to. I was in the snow outside 1 second ago.
It's a great, it's a great.
Welcome to
My
the
God.
desert. Hey, welcome to the
You guys are
desert, but it's a
killing me.
dry heat.
We even brought a
It's
fan
a
today.
moist heat.
Boy,
It's
take
a
it easy.
damp heat. in
Listen,
here.
that word moist, it gets around, if you know what I mean.
Moist is a terrible word.
Welcome,
isn't it?
welcome to
It's
Palm
like the
Beach.
word
Is.
blouse or booth.
Ooh, it's
Those are all terrible words.
I don't like the
I
word
don't like any of
tapioca,
those.
if you know what I
Yeah.
mean.
Blouse,
Really?
yeah, I
That's
don't
right.
like that either.
Blouse. I don't like the word blouse or
Oh,
bloused.
It's almost
bloused.
It's
Is
almost
that
like
a
the word
word?
blubbery.
Yeah, like when you
I
blouse
don't
your
like the
jeans,
word
you
blubbery.
blouse your
I don't
pants.
like-
Blubbery. Nobody likes
Yeah,
that.
It's like that. Blubbery.
Right.
Blubbery,
Doesn't
you know?
even sound
Is that a
good.
word?
Blubbery. Well, I don't know. Maybe in Wisconsin it's a word, but I don't know about here in Illinois. Blubbery.
In
Look
Wisconsin,
it up, GC.
We're
you know,
looking it
in
up.
Wisconsin, the Packers are a football team.
Well,
Yes,
down
they are.
down here in Chicago,
Yes,
it's a
they
little
are.
different,
You know,
especially
Just a bunch of queer bows.
in case you're down at Belmont and Halstead.
We had a great time
Oh.
watching the big game, the Packers,
Oh.
the Bears.
We
I
did.
was a great sport. Brian was nice enough to get me my jersey.
Packers jersey. Packers jersey. I went to the
And-
Yorktown Mall here in the Chicagoland
so
area.
what does that say? An Illinois Bears fan buying a Packers jersey.
That's right.
Oh,
We
wow.
walk into
And-
beautiful steakhouse, Perry's Steakhouse, and
I could tell you as
promptly
a man exactly what
booed.
it says.
that's right.
You tell us.
Let's hear it.
What were we just talking about?
Well,
I think
we were
we all
talking
know
about-
exactly what it says.
You had a funny story to say.
You had a funny
Yeah.
story to say, but it was probably about.
But I was schwitzing too hard.
They was schwitzing so hard.
Right.
That's right.
My
We started
God.
You
swimming
said
in
it-
the
you
ocean.
said this is very
damp in here.
inappropriate.
It's very damp in
It's
here.
very
Oh,
damp.
yes,
Very
that's right.
inappropriate story
My
you're about
gosh,
to tell
one
us.
night, do any of you guys know who Sonny King was?
Sonny King.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you remember Sonny
Yes.
King?
Yeah. He was kind of
don't.
a host.
He was kind of you before
yeah,
you.
Right. He was kind of a
Actually.
TV host.
Oh,
Yeah.
who was I
Sonny
before me?
King?
Who was I
Yeah.
before
Oh my
me?
God,
You
that's
tell
a good
me.
question.
Nobody.
I'd love
Listen,
to know.
you're one of a
Oh,
kind.
that's a
brother.
good question. Sonny King was like a Chicago singer.
That's
like,
right, that's right. A guy
a
who was
big act.
around. That's
He
right.
was an act.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. And
Sonny King.
God, I'm trying to remember Sonny King. Yeah, we were there seeing a show of his one. I have a napkin he drew a picture for me on.
You actually got it in your hand right now.
Yeah, exactly. I sweated all over it. Now it's a picture of something else.
Right.
God, I'm trying to remember. I don't remember the punchline, but boy,
That's all
Cup
right.
said something so funny. Isn't that a good story?
That's a wonderful story, and we're going to
That was-
keep it on the. We're going to keep it in the
Good
keep
story.
it in the
He said something
show.
Good
funny.
story.
It was a good story.
I
What-
thought you guys would.
What
all
about
like
the
that
pump room? What about booth one? Now, booth one is where your grandfather, I almost said committed, where your grandfather engaged in many celebrity interviews with people that would come into town. And I've even seen people sitting in the booth with him, like Stephen Edie Gourmet, or perhaps the aforementioned Liza Minnelli, or movie stars, Clark Gable, North by Northwest. And I remember that Cary Grant was filming North by Northwest, which is a great movie by, who's the guy?
Alfred Hitchcock.
Alfred Hitchcock, that's right. And they filmed some of that movie here in Chicago. And I think I saw an interview with Cup and Cary Grant for a second in booth 1 over at the Pump Room where you and I just sat the other night.
Yes.
And pumped each other. No, that's not true. We had a couple drinks and hung out. And by the way, I did not drink for 1 whole year, and that ship has sailed, ladies and gentlemen. I have engaged in a few alcoholic beverages here and there.
It's
So
my
if
fault.
I
It's
can
my fault.
take-
I beat you to it. It's
Oh.
my fault. Don't take the
Damn
credit.
it. I was about to take credit.
No.
Oh,
it's
not
my
fair.
fault.
The espresso and the water for me that night,
You
remember?
know-
That's right.
Let's be real.
And
and you
it's
told me
probably
you didn't
her.
drink that night
It's
too.
probably
I did not drink that night. I
Okay,
did
see,
not. I had an
just
espresso and I had a
again,
water.
proving my point.
Well, you see that? How about that?
Tired of proving myself.
There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, we're not.
The official
With the
Chicago style podcast
I like
fan.
that.
That's right.
I'm a Bears fan, baby.
There you
He's a
go.
Bears fan.
Let's
and
go.
this is
GC, is it blocking the view?
GC.
It
But I
doesn't
wanna tell
matter.
you
We
something.
want our
GC,
comfortable.
a bag of dicks who gets
Now listen,
fucking hot.
I want to tell you something. This is Dave Kupcinet's only OnlyFans. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to start
That
a
you
little
know
fun,
of.
Zip it a
that's
little.
I know of. That's right. This is the original, folks. Before the internet, we did have places called OnlyFans, but it was for used fans that you could go buy down on Belmont.
I'll tell you something I want to start.
Yeah. What do you?
My own religious movement.
Yeah.
Jews for bacon.
right.
Because bacon is. Hey,
Can I
this
tell
is the
you,
last
I
time. I
have
don't know who
been
did
to
it, but-
church.
Yeah.
I have tried the crackers of Jesus.
Yes.
Okay.
Compared to bacon, garbage.
Right.
Yes.
I mean, just listen, and you figure, and listen. I want to tell you something about that. In the Bible, I think it's Corinthian, or no, it's I forget what it is. Leviticus.
Keep talking. I'm just going to enjoy my
Oh, hey,
liver.
Cindy Crawford, go ahead and blow your hair around. Leviticus says that Christian.
When
Hey,
you're
take
done,
it
I'm gonna
easy.
use it. When
Now
you're done, I'm
listen,
gonna
there's
use it.
children watching this show. Leviticus says that
There
we're
better not be children. I'm court
we're
ordered.
not supposed to be eating any cloven hoof animals. So it goes for Christians as well. And that's in the Old Testament. The New Testament says you can go out and buy a Corvette and go to the strip club and have a good old
Now,
time.
what version of the Bible was this?
Well, I'll tell you something. It's called the
The
Old.
good one.
It's called.
Right?
It's called the Old Testament. You know.
Yeah.
That's right. Dust it off. Leviticus. Yeah.
Dustin Hoffman?
Dust it off. And by the way, son of a monkey, that guy. But he's the one who started. Hey, you have a Dustin Hoffman story for me?
Nobody was in a movie with monkeys called Outbreak.
Thank you very little.
Son of a monkey.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's
he
right.
was.
Outbreak was, listen, remember the little guy and he escapes into the forest up there in
Yeah.
like Washington State?
And then Dustin Hoffman and Cuba Gooding Jr. had to save the world.
That's right. And his big part in the movie was this. There you go. So you're right. He's out in the forest. They go, well, let's film the monkey first. And he comes out and they go, well, can't we catch the monkey so they can get his blood on a slide? So
Yeah.
they can, right? Because outbreak. Right? That's right.
That's right.
And you sit
The
there-
monkey was the host.
The monkey. That's right.
Whatever that means.
Well, wait a minute.
Do-
You're talking
do
to
you
me?
think
Hold
he
on
was
for
Not
a
the host
second.
of the show, the host of the disease.
Right.
The host of the disease. I
The
forgot.
monkey had the antidote.
Well, listen, if anybody's been to biology class,
Everybody went and sucking this monkey off.
Do you want me to get you some water? I mean,
No, I'm good
No
now.
water.
I feel
Oh, yeah,
great.
you got the fan.
I
That's
feel
right.
great now.
Water, what's
no,
that?
I'm nice and cool now.
That's where Essie hit the
Alright.
car in Lake Michigan. Plenty of water there.
I feel great now. Nice and cool. I get to look at
I
the
just don't want
tech
anything to
guy.
happen.
That's
cool off. No, I
isn't
feel wonderful
GC
now.
something? Giancarlo, we
It was
love
too
him.
hot without this, but now I'm good.
Oh, too hot to cool down. So goodbye. Well, listen. Now, did that ever happen out in New York, GC, where somebody got too hot on the set and you had to give them maybe a little fan or an OnlyFans or perhaps?
How would you
New
handle
York.
that at 30 Rock?
I watch stand-up comics all the time, sweating their
That's
ass off
right.
on
That's
stage.
sure it happens.
And I thought, I'm not getting paid for this. I'm
No,
bringing a fan up the table. I'm not getting
No,
paid to sweat
yes.
and schwitz like
I
a
want
motherfucker.
to tell you something, folks. Here on the Chicago Style Podcast, we've spared no expense. So,
Oh, they spared
Well,
one.
actually, yeah. I didn't bring snacks today, and I brought a fan.
wow.
God.
You're always on top of
You're
it.
welcome.
Because Cheez-Its wouldn't have done this.
Exactly.
I wonder
Right.
where this fan came from. Now
Yeah.
we know.
That's
Oh,
right.
oh, wow. No! No.
Well, it's about time you meet him, you son of a
Serge,
bitch.
you're right. He's over in Bremen, running the ovens. No, but I mean,
Hello.
But I mean,
I lost family in the Holocaust. Shut off the guard
shout out
towers.
to everybody at OmniLab in Bremen. How are you, folks? Good to see you. And by the way,
We do have
I'm
viewers
coming
in
for my-
Germany.
yeah, and I'm coming for my check. Thank you very much.
Oh, that's so good. You want to get blown too while I have
Wait
it?
Let's see what
a
it looks like.
minute.
Let's see
Oh, no, here.
Yes,
There
let's
we
get
Wait
some
a
Maryland
minute.
going on.
Okay.
Down, da, 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 da. Somebody
Right.
turn the Barry White song.
Oh, yes.
Bow,
All right, now underneath. Right.
Yes.
Take your pants off.
Wait a minute. They're already off. I can't take
Oh,
them off.
that's what that smell is?
That's
Okay.
right, Governor. I'm doing laundry downstairs, if you know what I mean.
Oh,
Somebody grab me a bounce sheet.
Wonderful. Oh, thank God you brought
Wonderful.
a fan instead of
You
M&Ms.
gotta
You're
come back.
welcome.
Jeez.
Yeah, that's right. An invitation to leave if I ever heard one. You've got to come back sometime.
Right,
Gotta
Good
come
night.
back sometime.
Bye, see you
I
later.
Get out of here.
Ladies and
It was
gentlemen,
fun.
an invitation.
Yeah.
It was so much
It was
fun.
fun.
You know, one of my dearest friends in LA,
Ray
long
Rayner?
time ago.
No, I'm wrong.
Long time ago, he and his fiance, they called me and asked if I would MC their wedding,
Oh, wow.
right? In Hawaii.
Oh, wait.
And my first thought was, what
Don
kind
Ho.
of an arrogant jagoff going to make everybody travel out to Hawaii?
Yeah,
but
well,
I didn't
how
say
terrible,
that. I didn't
right?
say
You
that.
said, yes, I'll be
I
right
said,
there.
yes, of course. I can't wait.
I'll be right there.
Mazel tov. I'm so happy
that's
for you.
right.
And then I looked at my bank and was like, fuck.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. And a gift, too. Fuck me.
Oh, and the gift. I forgot.
So my opening line was that they
Mm.
asked me to be an MC, and I thought that was the most absolutely wonderful and sweetest way of telling me I'm not in the wedding. You know? I mean, that's a nice way of saying you're not in this.
Yeah.
But will you host it?
Right.
Yeah. We love you so much. We want you to fly out and MC the wedding. By the way, we're not going to validate your parking.
Right.
Yeah.
We,
That's right.
Yeah.
we want
By
you
the
to
way,
work.
There's no
is
room
what
at
we
the
want.
hotel, so you can be at the Motel 6, but
Figure that out.
come over and we have a microphone for you.
Yeah.
And I said, I'm so glad I'm coming.
Wow. Wait a minute. And then you showed
And
up
you
back
showed
here in
up.
And
Chicago.
I
Wow,
showed up.
that was
That's
I
wonderful.
flew from Chicago
Right.
to LA with some friends and then flew out to, this was so many years ago, but
Right.
I still remember that line. I'm still proud of it.
Well, you fly up from Chicago with friends to LA,
Yeah.
and from LA you fly it to Hawaii with enemies.
Hawaii
That's
with
right.
enemies.
That's
Yeah,
right.
that's
Or
right.
as we call them now here in the current situation, frenemies.
Frenemies.
Frenemies. That's right.
Which is a creative term.
That
It's
is
a
creative.
new generational term.
Oh, right,
And you
that's
know what
right.
Another one is a situationship. That's another.
Oh, a
one of those.
situationship.
I was trying to think of another good example, but you nailed it. That
Oh,
is a
you're so
good.
sweet.
We
That
keep we
is a good- that is a
we
good
keep
one.
coming back to boats, guys. Have you noticed situationship, Titanic, your grandmother? That's all right. Don't worry. Listen,
Right.
I've sold more tables than IKEA. It's all right.
You know,
We're putting this on the river next.
Oh.
I
question for you.
feel
I
like
have a
there
question.
might be a screw missing in this table
Take
somewhere.
it easy. Take
Just
it
the table,
easy.
I don't know if it's on the floor, but
So listen.
this girl's going to be a problem.
That's
I-
right.
I have another question.
Yeah.
And it,
How
and
can
it-
I help you, ma'am?
Well, I don't know how much our audience knows about you, and
I hope
I'm
not that much.
okay. I would like to know what is one of your best memories growing up the way you did? What's one of the memories that most speaks to you that you remember that is, just
Hollywood related or
yes,
Irv
that's
related.
just so
or-
like I remember this one time. It's like the best story. It's the
Were
story that
you
you
ever
can't forget.
starstruck? Were you ever starstruck?
No, not even that.
Mm.
You were a star in a way. So
are a
I
star,
want to
Governor.
hear what it was like in that.
Boy, it's nice being here in Chicago with you guys who are so fooled into thinking I'm cool.
It's Brian's fault.
My
It's
life in LA,
Brian's
my life in
fault.
LA, I sit at Coffee Bean and I beg people to talk to me.
Excuse me, you're doing nothing?
Yeah. Excuse me, are you busy? I'm buying. I have to tell you
Elvis.
the truth. I was so blessed with so many amazing, adventurous, cool things as
Yeah.
a kid
Hard to
Yeah.
remember them all.
that, but I'd have to say,
Archie Bunker, Carl Reiner, Rob Reiner.
boy, when I was a kid, Carol Channing and her husband
There's the
wanted to
story.
adopt me. I mean, playfully.
That's
Yeah.
But
right.
we were,
They loved you.
we
What
would
show
come-
was she doing on Broadway at the time?
Hello, Dolly.
Hello, Dolly. Well,
Hello,
hello,
Dolly.
Dolly. It's for show.
All right.
Dolly.
She was such a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful sweetheart of a person.
Wow,
Carol
Carol
Channing.
Channing. That's amazing. And they
Absolutely wonderful. And I think I was 9 or 10 when I first met her, and we were at dinner at Spago's at Wolfgang Puck's
Wolfgang
place back
Puck's
in the
restaurant
day.
out in L.A., Spago.
And she wanted to get to know me and talk to me, and I started telling her about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Uh-oh,
That's
wait
what
a
I was
minute.
Talking
into
about
at
that
the
actually on
time.
our podcast one
Mhm.
time.
That's right. This is
It all
not the
comes
first
back.
time. That's
Well,
right.
Ironically.
You're going to give her huge credit right now.
Yes.
Make it posthumously, because may she rest in peace.
Yes.
Because the next couple months later, we were having dinner again with her and her husband at the time, Charles. And she had learned all of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles names and all about them,
That's what we
just
had
so that
talked
she could
about.
play with me.
Wow.
And I was like,
Oh,
not
that's
only
so
do you
sweet.
want to adopt me, I want to be adopted now.
Right.
That's right.
Let's go get a
So
separate
which
table.
one was your favorite? Because we asked everyone,
We did.
what
we
our
did
favorite
so
Teenage
the-
Mutant Ninja
and
Turtle
they're
was. So what
named
was
after
yours?
Very, very famous artists.
Can you remember the names?
I think probably Michelangelo.
Yeah.
And there
Yep.
was Donatello, and there was Raphael, and there
Wow,
was
look at
Leonardo.
you.
Leonardo.
That's who I
right.
chose. Yeah.
And when
Of
I
course.
was asked which was my favorite Mutant Ninja Turtle, what did I say? I said, who's the guy from
Archie Bunker.
no, who's the comedian kid who's the dirty comedian? He's now he's on Too Close for Comfort, or The House with Full House.
Oh,
Yeah, and I said not John
Full
Stamos.
House. Dave Coulier.
No. Who's the? He's now kind of a.
Bob Saget.
Bob Saget.
Saget, yeah.
Right. They
He's
asked
dead.
me. Right. They had the.
You know this fucking guy's dead.
This
Bob,
guy's
yeah,
dead. And listen,
yeah.
what is he?
Who did
What did I say?
America's Funniest Home Videos
Yeah,
too.
that's America's
right.
Funniest
And
one of
they
the
said to me,
dirtiest
Brian-
comics ever.
That's right. And they said, Brian, who's your favorite Ninja Turtle? And I said, Bob Saget.
Yeah, Bob Saget.
That's
did
right.
say
That's
it.
right, you
You
did.
want a
You
quick
did.
Bill Cosby story?
Yeah, I listen
We want,
the
we, want
guys.
a, we want a long Bill
We
Cosby
want
story.
the Jello pudding pop back in the refrigerator.
I never was one of those women who developed a long Bill Cosby story.
But
All
you,
right.
but you
But I had
are,
a short
but you
one.
are a
Let's hear the
woman.
short one.
More
I think
than
I
a
was.
woman.
I forget how old I was. A couple of years. Maybe.
You were just a little girl.
I was just a little girl, and then I was a black Marine in Vietnam.
Yes, you
and
were.
war puts a man through many changes.
Uh,
Do you remember
the-
that Mark Harmon
No,
movie,
you
Summer
were
School?
you were in
Yes.
Forrest Gump with Tom
That's a
Hanks,
great
weren't
movie.
you?
And that actor said, I was a
Yeah.
black Marine in Vietnam.
Right.
You were Bubba.
Dean
you were
Cameron,
Bubba
or
in
no,
Forrest Gump. I remember that.
I invented shrimp.
That's invented shrimp,
I invented
and
shrimp.
hence your
And I
mansion
don't
in
mean
L.A.
found them in the ocean.
That's right. No,
Invented, bitch.
that's right. Invented.
Hey, then what
shrimp.
happened with all the radioactivity in the
silly.
shrimp lately?
Oh
What's the
yeah, what's
story?
going on? The shrimp cocktail. So go ahead.
My dad,
yes,
Jerry,
Yes.
Cup's son.
Jerry,
Oh,
Fusilli Jerry.
Jerry.
Yeah,
Fusilli Jerry.
Yeah.
Um,
One in a
Ladies and
million
gentlemen,
shot.
Why
what am I gonna
Fusilli?
do with
'Cause
these
you're
guys?
silly.
I got a lot of problems with you people.
Dad was directing the Jerry Lewis telethon.
Ah,
Jerry
now
Lewis
here,
Labor Day telethon.
now here is a Hollywood story.
Okay.
Your dad was
Let's
directing the Jerry
Yeah.
Lewis telethon.
Directing the Jerry Lewis telethon.
The annual Jerry Lewis
The annual
telethon.
Labor Day.
Jerry's
Jerry Lewis
kids,
telethon.
Labor Day- the
They're
Labor
like
Day
the
telethon.
24-hour long, no sleep,
That's
all
right.
night thing.
Jerry gets
Yep.
he gets angrier and angrier with
Oddly
the guests.
enough,
Yes.
A point, as Cup would say, pardon my point of personal privilege,
Wow.
but that was not the most impressive thing my dad ever directed.
Wait
He
a
actually directed what
Yeah.
is still considered the highest rated 30 minutes in all of television history.
Hong Kong Phooey?
Live Aid.
Live
Oh,
Aid. Oh
wow,
my
yeah.
gosh.
Yeah.
Wow.
You remember
yeah.
Live Aid?
Yeah, and
Of
that's
course, yeah.
Bob, what's his name from the
Live Aid was
Geldof.
everybody
Bob
all over
Geldof.
the
Bob
world.
Geldof.
Bob,
From
Yeah.
3
We are the
places
world.
around the world at
Wow.
once.
Right.
Wow.
All convening into one big directing
Right.
trailer.
That's-
everybody
like-
was
Really?
there.
And Pops was calling it live.
Wow.
That's
Your
awesome,
dad
man.
directed
Yes,
Live Aid, right?
yes.
Willie Nelson,
Wow.
Queen.
Queen.
We
Yeah.
had the champions. I remember that.
Yeah.
David Bowie. Everybody
Phil
came out.
Collins.
Phil Collins.
And Led Zeppelin.
Yeah.
And Led
It was
Zeppelin.
like Led Zeppelin's first comeback, and they had
Elton
Phil
John
Collins on the
too,
ground.
right?
Elton John. Pee Wee Herman.
think
Wait,
so,
that's
yeah.
wrong.
No, Paul Rubens.
guys heard that
Paul
story?
Rubens, yes.
You guys heard that story about how Eminem gave Elton John 2 diamond encrusted cock rings as a
Wait a
wedding
minute.
gift?
No, I have not heard
Allegedly.
that story. Why would I have heard
Wow,
that?
that sounds very thoughtful.
Right.
Doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Elton John, I heard
Nice
Elton
of
John
him.
once telling a story about how good of friends he is with Eminem.
And
said-
Eminem's like this backstage.
yeah.
Shut up.
Right.
And Elton said, just to
Ixnay
show you
on the
how,
cock ring A.
just to show you how homophobic he isn't,
Right.
They sent me a wedding gift, and I opened it in a velvet box, and it was 2 diamond-encrusted cock rings.
All you had to say was velvet box to
Yeah.
start the entire story.
And I thought, boy, those must be worth a lot.
Boy, I'd
Holy shit.
love to get
those
me a
on eBay.
velvet box.
Oh,
Yeah.
my
Right.
God.
Yeah.
And that's just the box. Imagine the diamond cock rings.
That's
Yeah,
right.
exactly.
That's right.
Um,
If I only had a brain.
what was I just saying?
You were talking about your dad hosting Live Aid.
Right.
And,
like-
and
no.
directing.
Jerry Lewis
Direct-
Telethon.
Jerry
That's
Lewis
what it was,
Telethon.
yeah.
You bring out Dean Martin and Frank, and Jerry's like this.
We're in Vegas for like 2 or 3 weeks.
Wow.
I'm a kid. And still.
Right.
And in a big suite at Caesar's Palace.
Mm.
And I thought, this is so cool.
Which is now $7 a night, by the way.
Yeah, exactly. At the time, it was still Caesar's Palace.
That's right.
But now it's like, Caesar's Palace.
That's I walked in. They said it's the geezers at Caesars. Where do you want to stay, Brian?
Caesar salad.
And because we were in Vegas directing Jerry Lewis, who's an old friend of Cup's, Cup and Essie flew out.
Jerry Lewis was friends with
Old
Cup.
friends
Your
of
grand,
Cup's,
that's
of
right.
course.
Your
And so
grandfather.
Dad was directing, and Cup flew out and said, "Oh
See?
my God, a whole big family
Yeah,
reunion."
right. In Vegas.
So we're in Vegas,
Right?
and we're going to shows every night.
Right.
We went
Oh,
to
that's
Bill
fun.
Cosby.
Siegfried
No,
and
it's a-
Roy.
yeah,
and
it
the
was-
Cos.
Wait,
the
was that
Cos.
in Las Vegas?
Yes,
Oh,
yes,
done
yes.
live, huh?
The
Wow,
Cos.
that's cool.
The telethon. It
Hmm.
was in Vegas where
Wow.
Jerry Lewis lived.
Right.
It was done live. People would come in,
They'd
do their
fly-
segment,
oh, yeah.
get out. Lewis would go take a break in the back and let other people do stuff for a while. Try to sleep 10 minutes. and
Kenny
come back
Rogers,
out.
Did you ever
Dolly
go to,
Parton.
the I Love Lucy shows and stuff.
No, that was
okay.
a little before me.
Okay.
Now Essie and Lucy were
Mhm.
close. They
Right.
were-
wow.
they
Your
were good
grandmother and
friends.
Lucille Ball were very close.
Yes,
That's
yes,
right.
really liked each other. Well,
I
if
love
Lu-
Lucille
if
Ball.
Lucy pretended to like Essie, I'd appreciate that.
That's right. That's right. That's
but
right.
I know it was they were close.
Well, and
they were
and then they'd
friends.
have Ricky sit in the back seat.
Yeah, and Cup.
and
And
Cup.
they'd probably just yell at both of them.
Shut your trap.
You know?
Right. That's,
Stop it right now.
Babaloo.
So we go to Bill Cosby show.
Mm,
We went to a Sammy Davis Jr. show.
mm.
Backstage at all of them
Wow.
to meet him. Sammy Davis said, "Oh, Cup, I love your grandson. He's the only guy shorter than me in the room."
Yeah.
That's cute.
Bill
That's good.
Cosby just roofied me, but
Hey man, Bill
was
Cosby.
wondering-
Bill Cosby roofied me.
I was wondering what all those sleeping women were doing in the green room.
Why
But
is everybody taking a nap?
in
here?
hindsight, it seems clear.
That's right. Kenny Rogers, can you please sing louder because everybody's sleeping? I'm the gambler. Oh no. Do not read this out loud, so I won't. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to tell you something. When you get a man, when you get a member of Chicago royalty, like Irv Kupcinet's grandson, and of course, now himself, D Cup, Dave Kupcinet in the house, bringing so many
street
memories.
gangster
And there's
name.
obviously, we could do another hour of remembering Sammy Davis Jr. and Jerry Lewis, Lucille Ball, and all the power brokers who, by the way, had to basically back then, just like all the meat and everything else in the world, fly through Chicago or
Yes.
truck through Chicago. This was the hub of entertainment.
Yes.
Yeah, LA, everything was getting done. Vegas was just being made. Thank you very much. But I mean, things were happening here in Chicago, and people would promote their movies and
Yes.
fly out to Booth One, which
That's
you
exactly
still
right.
own. Booth
Yes.
One.
Yes.
Booth One.
At least
was-
a reproduction
a
that they built into
Ah.
Cup's condo for him.
Ah,
yeah. So
that's right.
the owners of the pump
Because
room-
we sold the original one and put it at the bottom of Sugar.
Yes, yes. And now when Cup and Essie moved to the Carlisle
Ah.
in the 60s.
Right.
60, I don't remember what year that building went up.
Right?
They moved there in the 60s. The owners of the pump room built a replica of Booth 1 as their dining room in
Wow.
their condo.
Wow.
With the white leather sofa,
I
and
remember
the white
that.
marble tables,
Yeah.
and the brown legs, and the chairs.
I used to sleep on there,
everything, the
right?
same chandelier, everything.
Wow.
And then later, of course, in much more degenerate days,
Yes.
we would take turns sleeping on that
Notice,
sofa.
folks, how he points at me when he starts talking about
To
degenerates.
You're my
be
favorite
continued.
Oh, if I ever had a crush on a
If
degenerate.
I only had a brain. I want to tell you, I love you. I love seeing you in Chicago.
What a great show.
We are
Thank
so
you
happy,
so
that,
much.
and you are, by the
Oh,
way.
Hey,
the table.
The
That's
table.
okay.
I
We-
was
Very
counting
little.
on
Thank you
Somebody
very
put your
little.
hands on the other
He's trying
side.
to unbutton her other
we
button
set
with
my
the
boobs to the
table.
Speaking of
Put your
rounders,
boobs on the
Right.
table,
Speaking of
please.
rounders, ladies and gentlemen, we did hear from Heather Horton tonight, wife of the famous Michael McDermott, the greatest singer in Chicago, I might add.
I
Yes.
have to say,
Yes.
Heather Horton is a dear mutual friend of both of ours.
That's right. And
Going
great
back
artist.
a long way.
And a heck of a violin player.
Probably even older than, but my memories are Underground Wonder Bar.
Wow.
And then, of course, the Purple Heart Cruise.
That's right. The Purple
where
Heart
you
Cruise
and Heather both
performed right out on the lake for all the veterans. That's right.
Dear friend of mine and I, Guy Lewis, may rest in peace, we used to walk from my apartment on Elm and Dearborn to Underground Wonder Bar.
A beautiful spot.
Most weekends.
Yeah.
Just so that I could go listen to Heather Horton.
It's amazing.
And get drunk. But also, I loved Heather Horton.
Yeah, great
Still
artist.
Do. I haven't
great
seen
artist.
her in years, but she's a magnificent talent.
I just saw her at City Winery. Her and
Did
Michael.
you?
I just saw them 2 weeks ago at City Winery. I just saw
I
them.
was a huge fan of hers. I just thought she
Incredible
was a
singer,
natural,
incredible
wonderful
performer.
talent.
Blew me off the stage. And wait a minute. Let me rephrase that. But I mean,
Not
just-
blew you on stage, blew you off stage.
Ladies and gentlemen, this
Right.
concludes the family portion of our show of the Chicago Style Podcast with our first superstar guest, ladies and gentlemen, Dave Kupcinet, grandson
Thank
of
you so
Herb
much.
Kupcinet, Chicago royalty.
It is so fun to be here.
And
So
I
fun.
mean, what an amazing show we've had today. And there's so many more memories.
And I didn't even get to the good stories.
We didn't get to
Yeah,
the good
waiting for the
stories.
good stories.
That's
be
right.
continued.
To be continued.
But-
We continue.
But I finally stopped schwitzing and I'm feeling good about
That's right.
that.
Now you're
Right.
rolling. Now you're
I'm like,
rolling.
okay,
That's
let's
right.
go.
Well, we-
Episode
Part number 2
two,
right
let's
now.
cut it.
That's right. Let's
Cut
cut.
it.
Let's cut 2. Let's hey, what did Ernie Banks say? Let's play 2.
Let's play 2.
And that's a Chicago Cub royalty right there, ladies and gentlemen. If you're into the White Sox or the Cubs or the Bears, who are
Go
killing-
Bears.
Go Bears.
Go Bears.
Bear
baby.
down, baby.
Better get this out there before they.
Can I say one thing real fast?
Say whatever
Yes.
you want.
Yep.
On behalf of Cup and my dad, they would
Yes.
have been beside themselves to
Yes.
see the Bears this year.
Yeah, amazing.
My family bloodline is all the Bears.
That's Sid
From Cup
Luckman.
down to my dad. Sid Luckman was his best friend.
Right. Sid
They were
Luckman,
so close.
one of the
so
best-
close.
the best Chicago Bears quarterback ever. Still.
Sid
in the record
Luckman and
book.
Cup, I think, probably put Gibson's on the map.
That's right.
After Mr.
Beautiful. After Mr. Kelly's became Gibson's.
Yeah.
Gibson's, the most popular steakhouse, I hate to say, is chain in Chicago.
You know, I might be biased because I really grew up going
Right,
there.
right,
with
sure.
Steve.
Right,
who's
Steve
a
Lombardo.
Wonderful,
Ladies and
wonderful
gentlemen, the
old
restaurateur.
family friend.
That's right.
But I'm biased, but I still say it's my favorite and it's the best. And I
And
was
what
there the
people
other
watching.
night.
And what people watching.
And to me, it's nostalgia
Right.
because Cup and Essie used to take me there. And that was my family spot, you know.
Beautiful.
There's a table, and I remember we would
Right
go
there
in
on Rush.
long after smoking wasn't allowed in restaurants, and we would sit down and they put an ashtray down for Essie,
That's right.
and people would complain and they go, "Well, fuck off, it's Essie." What do you want us to
That's
do?"
right. That's right. And that's the power broker that I want to interview. That's the field, the golden age of Hollywood, still prominent in Chicago. And that's why people like you are like pressed rose leaves. It's so important to see you, talk to you, and feel Chicago memories and Hollywood memories that run through what we're doing here, which is showbiz, entertainment,
Really
dining,
awesome.
music, and anything that has to do with a beautiful memory and memories that are going to be had in the future for Chicago and Chicago entertainment. We want to thank Stan Wozniak and, of course, CineCity itself, Mr. Joe Perillo. We want to thank Giancarlo. We still don't know why. He has the gate code, so it's important. But Murph in the morning, who may be Murph in the evening soon. You never know.
It happens.
Presley, our beautiful, wonderful host who we love very much, who's just really
Miss Press.
Ms. Press. That's right.
For the
How dare
record,
I?
I
Yeah.
didn't know you had anybody else working on this show.
That's right. Right. We don't exist. Right. You're just over here.
My
I
show.
thought it was just me and
That's-
Presley
Right.
and
Don't worry.
Brian from time to time.
Yeah, I love that.
It's only our parents said it's rude to stare. So don't worry about how it's gone
Now
there.
that you mention it, it's kind of like a sausage fest in here, isn't it?
Yeah,
Jesus
right.
Christ.
Been trying-
I am Brian Schuyler. Thank you for watching
you
the
so
Chicago
much.
Style Podcast, folks. We love you. We'll see you next time. And next week, I think we're going to have a guy who's a Cuban cigar smuggler who wrote a book called
That's right.
Smoke. A guy named Anthony, and it's going to be amazing. We'll
And-
see you next time.
And don't forget, though, we're on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. And if anybody would like to reach out to us, you can hit us up on chicagostylepodcast@gmail.com.
That's
Thanks for
right.
watching, everybody. We got a bunch of new subscribers.
Awesome.
We appreciate you for watching.
Subscribe and like.
And
Subscribe
like it,
and like.
share it, do it all. We have all of our shorts on a playlist right now. You
That's
can watch
right.
them all on a playlist, and all of our episodes are in one playlist right now. Check them all out. Thank
I'm
you very
wearing
much.
shorts
Thank you.
right now, actually. That's right. So-
Me too.
That's that
in,
smell.
Me
in the middle of January.
Oh, that's what I'm feeling moving under the tape.
More than a woman. That's right.
Bye-bye.
Somebody's got to steer the ship. Goodbye, folks.
Goodbye.
Thank you very much. Awesome, guys.
Outstanding.
Awesome.
You guys are hilarious.
Awesome.
You're funny.
Awesome.
We should just roll into
I feed
two.
off of you.
Can somebody turn the
Yeah,
heat
you're
on?
funny.
City lights, they shimmer bright at night. The wind, it howls, it holds you tight. Feet hit the pavement, the rhythm's alive. Welcome to the beat of Chicago style. Oh, Chicago style. It's bold, it's true. Where dreams are born and skies are blue. Feel the hustle, the charm, the guile. Step on up to that Chicago